All right, all right, all right. It's Corp J, and welcome to the channel that gives you a different spin on all things trending. So I am glad that you all are in here. Thank you all for joining me today. I think you're going to like this video. You're going to enjoy the two stories that I have for you. So I have two stories for you guys today. The one story we're going to talk about what occurred at a past Ghanaian award show where two artists, both Stonebwoy and Shatawale of Ajegunle. That's what I call him. He's a real cowboy. But it got crazy. It got really crazy. The two guys on stage really acted out. So you have Stonebwoy and then you have Shatawale. So I'm going to show you guys a video of what took place at the award. So that's the first story we're going to go over. And then the second story I'm going to talk to you guys about, it's the decision the Kenyan government made against Nigerian artists and Nigerian music. And so to me, that is bizarre. And I want to get to that story. But first to the first story. So let's watch this. So during a past award show that occurred in Ghana, the artist of the year, the best artist of the year for reggae dancehall music was announced. And I want you guys to take a look at what occurred right after the award was given to Stonebwoy, who won the award. But take a look at the reaction from Shatawale on this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and pleasure to present the winner of Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year.
Boy is not happy. Yeah, they got like all those entourage on stage. Something's about to go down. Uh-oh. Wow, this is insane, man. That's insane to me, man. Take a look at that again. Oh my God. So that's insane to me, man. Is that he has a gun at an award show. Who brings a gun? Who brings a gun to an award show? Who does that? Better question is, how in the world did they let him in there with a gun? I mean, where are these security searches that occurs, that at least are supposed to occur in an award show? That is insane to me, is that this guy was allowed to bring a gun to a place that there will be other people there It's an award show, a prestigious award show. That is the most bizarre thing to me. That is more bizarre to me than Shatta Wale disrupting the show. Is that you brought a gun to the award show? What were you going to do with a gun? What were you thinking of doing with a gun? I mean, the thought of bringing a gun was what? For what reason? Could it be because he knew something was going to happen, or could he himself had planned on really disrupting the event if he did not win? So they both are just the same thing. They both are cut from the same cloth. That's a weak left hook. A weak one. Shatta Wale is insane, man. Look at him. Insane. My goodness, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was embarrassing for both of them. I would have to tell you that. That was embarrassing for both of them. It was more embarrassing for Shatta Wale, who, by the way, is always involved in anything chaotic. He's a real cowboy, a real gangster. These two have had it in for each other for a long time. There's no love lust with these two. They've had it in for each other. And I think they both knew that one of them was going to act that way. They both knew it, because otherwise, why would the other one bring a gun to an award show? So this is embarrassing for the both of them. This is not a good image for two of them. And African artists are going to need to learn to behave better whenever they're not considered for an award, or whenever their music's are not playing, or they're not trending, or people are not hearing their song, or they don't get the views that they want to get, because this is the type of thing you're hearing. You know, they're gonna have to learn to do better, because it's a highly competitive sport. People in this industry are highly talented. So you're gonna have to either be with it, or you don't be an artist. You know, don't be an artist. Because there are going to be winners and there are going to be losers. Someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. So what happens now is that you don't win. Now you're going to bring a gun, or you're going to pop off. You're going to storm the award stage, and you're just going to disrupt the whole thing because you didn't win. That is insane to me. This is the type of thing that used to go on at the Source Award. Yeah, the Source Award used to have these types of behavior where the East Coast and West Coast would just go at it. It was so bad that they had to kill the whole thing. Because there was always a violent situation that occurred at the Source Award when they used to have it. I don't remember them bringing guns in there. I mean, if they did, the cameras didn't catch that. But outside of the show, you would hear gunshots that go on at the award shows. And it was so bad. It was just ridiculous. The infighting with artists. African artists, you guys going to have to learn to do better. And not always act out emotionally in a disruptive way just because some artists won a category that you did not win in, or because your music was not played, or you were not trending. That's ridiculous. You know, that's crazy. All right, so that's news. So next news I want to talk to you guys about is a decision by Kenyan government. So apparently the Kenyan government has now banned Nigerian music in Kenya. Oh my God. We got to give an explosion on that. That is insane to me. That is insane. Because when you think of the reasons why they did that, and I'm going to tell you the reason why they did that, it's simply because Nigerian music and afrobeats is more popular in Kenya than Kenyan music. That's why they did it. It has nothing to do with the music is toxic. It has nothing to do with the fact that the music calls for violence, which it doesn't. It has nothing to do with none of that. It's just because the Nigerian music is much more of a high demand with Kenyan people. That's why they did it. That is insane to me. Let me show you guys the article. So here's the article here. So Kenyan government bans Nigerian music and asks Uganda to copy them. Yeah, of course. It's not enough that you took an action. You need to take somebody along with you. Misery loves company. So BBC Africa indicates that the Kenyan government has taken the first major step towards promoting local music in the country. A new government music policy proposes that it will be mandatory for all broadcasters to dedicate 60% of their music output to be music by the local artist. The national music policy, which has been pending for many years, was launched recently after Kenyan artists staged a protest demanding more airtime for their songs as opposed to foreign music, which is quite popular in their country. Yeah, really? Okay. I don't think it's foreign music being popular. I just think that the Kenyan artists are not producing quality songs that compete with these other music. That's what the problem is. Now, Kenyan artists also asked their Uganda counterparts to follow in their footsteps and ban Nigerian music from all broadcasting platforms. Insane. Now, this means that radios in Kenya will give 60% of airtime play to Kenyan music, and the other 40% will be shared between foreign music. That's insane to me. That is insane that a government will felt the need to take this action. Do you know what that does? That is not a democracy. That is a dictatorship. Because what that is saying is essentially is that you're going to force down, you're going to force your people to pick a certain type of music over another. That's what that is. That is not democracy. I thought Kenya was a democracy. So now they're forcing their people to hear music that they don't want to choose to hear. They don't want to hear. The music is not good. It's garbage. The music is garbage. So the people are choosing to hear something else. Now you're mandating radio stations, broadcasting platforms, streaming platforms in Kenya to say, hey, you must play Kenyan music. That is the type of thing that goes on in China. That's the type of thing that goes on in those, what they call those communist countries, China, Russia, Venezuela. Those are the type of things that happen. And it doesn't work. Because you're not going to force people against their will. That's the type of thing that causes what's called an uproar, a protest, a type of people just standing up against their government. No, prohibition doesn't work. Because that's the type of music prohibition. Because prohibition worked in this country, did not work with alcohol, did not work with cigarettes. Prohibition does not work. And I used to have the utmost respect for the Kenyan government. I used to have the utmost respect because of their stance on many things in the past. But this to me is ridiculous. It's not just because it's Nigerian music. If it was any music, if it was anything, I would think it was ridiculous. You can't deny people their freedom to choose what they want to choose. You can't. If your artists need more airtime, they need to step up the play. They need to produce more great quality music, great quality song, and it will get played. It will get played. But to mandate this and ban Nigerian music, which, by the way, they wouldn't do this. They would not dare do such things like that against white people music, against pop, against R&B, against music that come from the West. They would never do that. They would never. They said that's a cowardly move. It's a type of cowardice move that you find with a lot of Africans and a lot of black people in general, where they take it out on their own people, but they will never take it out on other people that don't look like them. Is that you've never heard Kenyan government ban, Justin Timberlake's music. You never heard Kenyan government ban, one of these other white artists or white media. You've never heard it. I can almost assure you also that if somehow, let's say, for example, that one song, let's say, Fireboy DML is collaboration with Ed Sheeran. Let's assume that they both say, we're going to do a tour of that Peru, and they decide they want to use it in Kenya. I guarantee you the Kenyan government, because there's a white person attached to it, will roll out the red carpet to have that song. They will forget that they banned Nigerian music. They'll forget that. Or let's just have another, Western artist attached to an Afrobeat artist. They will roll out the red carpet and say, yeah, sure, come on. That is the type of cowardice behavior that you tend to find with a lot of black people, not just the ones from Africa, but the ones here too, where they'll take out things on their own people that look like them, but they will never take the fight to people that are really hurting them, that don't look like them. They will never do that. So now you're banning Nigerian music. I guarantee you your ban of Nigerian music in your country isn't hurting Nigerian artists. It isn't. If anything, the Kenyan people are the one hurting on this, not the Afrobeat artists, not the Nigerian artists, because their music is global, it's worldwide. So whether you play it in Kenya, whether you don't play it in Kenya, it will not do anything to disrupt the success of Afrobeat. It only denies your people the pleasure and connecting with those artists. It only does. It doesn't hurt the Nigerian artists. It hurts Kenyans. And it also reveals what's underneath the skirt of the government. The government just exposed themselves to that. But apparently this thing didn't work, because that article I just showed you was from, that action they did was in 2015. That was in 2015. Here's a new article by BBC. Here's a new article by BBC of 2022. February of 2022, where it says why Kenyan music is drowned out by Nigerian sound. So apparently, the action they took in 2015 didn't hold any water, because their people were still demanding for Nigerian music. It didn't change anything, and that's usually what this type of things do. So here's what's going on. It says right here: step out of the vehicle, and the foreign tunes are booming through the speakers of street vendors. And likewise on the radio, the most played tunes are rarely from Kenya. The global rise of African urban pop music scene has been a source of pride for the continent, but in Kenya, it has also raised concern that local musicians are being squeezed out. They just need to step up their game. Some in the industry say that new Kenyan talent is not being given the chance to break through. That is not true. It's a competitive sport. Just need to compete. One radical solution is to raise the quota for Kenyan music on radio station from the current 40% agreed in 2014 to 75% on the track aired. So here's a picture of a comedian in Kenya who is an advocate for play more Kenyan music. So he's obviously has been in the forefront of this protest. And this is Eric Omondi, who is a comedian over there. I'm sure he's not funny either. So that's the situation in Kenya, and that to me is just laughable, very, very laughable. And that to me is not the road that Kenya should be going. Afrobeats is a pride of Africa. It's something that all African countries, the continent, is very proud of. We need to really kind of hover around and rally around Afrobeat and the success. Now, I get that the artists also will want to get recognized, but banning one country's song in your country because they're popular than you is not the way to do it. It's just that to me is ridiculous, right? And what has now happened and Kenyan government has now done is they have now made Afrobeat much more popular because their people are searching for that. Their people are literally searching for those artists, because what are you going to do? You're going to ban the internet? Because they can stream those music. Even if they don't play it in their radio station, they can go on YouTube and stream them. So what your people are going to now They're gonna cry. They're gonna cry that they're not getting views on YouTube. And so what are you gonna do? You're gonna ban YouTube? You're gonna ban the internet in your country? I mean, if you go down this road, there's no stopping where you're gonna go. You're gonna have to go all the way. It's a rabbit hole that you're just gonna have to go all the way. Because you don't just stop at the radio. You need to take the internet off. You need to take television. You need to ban all of that. You need to just go ahead and unhook the plugs and just throw all those things out and say, hey, you're not allowed to listen to foreign music in this country. You're going to have to listen to only your own people's music. Period. All right, that's crazy to me. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well as hit the notification bell. I'll see you all.
Det finns ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh hi. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för dig baby. För de här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. På det jag lägger all min tid och jag vill ha det. Du får mig känna safety. Jag kan nog leda baby och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig.